Hello, my lovely Leos, and a very warm welcome to your 22-23 horoscope forecast. Now, this is a super intense year once again. We've got Venus at the beginning of the year already retrograde. Mars goes retrograde towards the end of the year. And the biggest event this year is that the United States, the most powerful nation in the world, at least at the moment, has its Pluto return. And this happens every 247 odd years. And it's a time of rebirth, of systems collapsing, of the old going, and the opportunity for something new and better to come along. Now, the fact that America is going through this kind of transformation also means that you too, lovely Leos, can be going through this kind of personal transformation. You might want to be thinking about the things in your life that you no longer need, that you might be holding on to, but they're not serving you anymore. What do you need to let go of to make way for something new and better to come on in? So as I said, the year starts out with Venus retrograde. It's going to be retrograde until the end of January. And it's retrograde here, vibrating along with Pluto, planet of power and control. And Venus rules your finances and it rules your love life. And when it's retrograde, it's an opportunity for reflecting on these two very important life areas and thinking about what you really want to create. Do you have the relationship or relationships of your dreams? Are your finances going well? Are you using your talents and gifts in a constructive way that feels good to you and gives to others? These are all important questions to be asking right at the beginning of the year, or even better, just before the beginning of the year if you can, so that you begin to create a blueprint. And especially with it in the 6th house retrograde, this is a new blueprint for your health, your well-being, for your daily habits, what you do on a daily level, often unconsciously, and bringing it to conscious awareness. The nice thing about retrograde is they slow things down a bit, and they enable you to watch something in slow motion, and you suddenly get it and you go, yeah, I hadn't realized I was eating so quickly. I hadn't realized that I'm thinking about a million of not very nice things when I'm eating, and then I'm wondering when I'm feeling a little indigestion afterwards. It's an opportunity to reevaluate your work, what it is you do, or to reevaluate how you can volunteer and help and serve others. And it's February that this USA Pluto return begins. Now on April the 30th, we've got a solar eclipse happening up here in your 10th house, resonating here with Uranus. And the eclipses are going to be affecting all year your 10th house of work, of career, of your place in the world. And the 4th house, your home, your security, your family, your stability. So we get on April the 30th, this solar eclipse, a boost of energy, pushing you out into the world. So if you've been hiding, or you've been saying, I'm not quite ready, or I'm not quite sure, and I'm not quite good enough, the solar eclipse catapults you and says, come on, Leos. I want to star and be the star of the show in my own life. So where do you need to come out? Where do you need to be seen? What unique gifts are you willing to share? And how are you going to inspire others as an opportunity for great inspiration together with others? Very important, May the 11th, we've got Jupiter changing sign. It's going to be there until the end of October. So Jupiter, the planet of wealth, of abundance, of good fortune, changes sign May the 11th. And it's an opportunity in your 9th house to expand your spiritual journey. You may find yourself going on a spiritual quest. It's going to be a wonderful time for travel, for planning a trip, for going on a trip. It's a great time for learning, for teaching, for sharing, inspiring information. It's very uplifting. It brings you into contact with big groups, with communities, where you can make a difference, where you can contribute something, where your wisdom counts, and you take on your leadership abilities. On May the 16th, we get a lunar eclipse here down in your 4th house. And this is shining a light on your home, your family. You might be planning a move. Remember that eclipses last for a good 6 months afterwards. So this may be shining a light on something you're not quite satisfied with as far as your stability and security is concerned. Your environment, your home. Remember, you are impacted and affected by your environment. Are there some changes that you need to make in this area? There may be some changes in a situation with a family member. And you may be increasing your family and including your soul tribe along with your existing family. Now, between September and November, we have Saturn and Uranus coming together very closely again. So we've had it all of 2021, and then as we move towards the end of 2022, we get another reminder of what are the healthy structures I've got in my life, and which ones are too restricted, and where do I need to break out from this feeling of suffocation, and where do I need to be real and authentic with what matters to me in my relationships especially, and also in my work and my career. And there may be some duality going on. We may see a lot more polarity in our world going on between the haves and the have-nots. But what is intended from this square is that we learn how to share. We learn that the more we share, the more joy there is, the more there is to go around, the more abundance there is. So holding on tightly for your little bit is not going to work anymore. It's about spreading out, sharing, and caring. Now, on the 25th of the month, we've got a solar eclipse happening down here. So we had the lunar eclipse, now the solar eclipse. New beginnings, a new family feeling, a new home, a new environment, the sprucing up of an existing environment. And then on November the 8th, we get a lunar eclipse happening up at the top of the chart. So there's this oscillation between finding the balance between home, family, security, stability, nesting, cocoon, comfort, nurture, and at the same time being pushed out to expand, to grow, to bring in more experiences, more adventures, more possibilities. This is what is being triggered by the eclipses in these two areas for you. On the 29th of October, Jupiter going back to join Neptune in this 8th house. So a wonderful time for new possibilities to do with a partnership financially, a business partnership, and also possibly some good news about a partner's financial situation, or somebody investing in you, or one of your investments doing very, very well. On October the 31st, we have Mars going retrograde until the middle of January of 2023. So 2.5 months of Mars, the planet that likes to move forward, being pulled back by the reins and going retrograde. And it's in your 11th house, lovely Leos. So Mars retrograde is not a time for starting new things, but it's a good time for completing things that are already in motion. You may be rethinking the people that you're around, your friendships, your social circle. You might be redeveloping some plans that you're doing with a community or a group of people. There may be some reevaluation going on. And it's good. It just slows things down. And so we end the year, if you can be peaceful and find the quiet space within, maybe through being in nature, through meditation, whatever it is, and you can live in silence, awareness, and presence, then this Mars retrograde will guide you innately. You won't need to push so much. You will be gently guided and led magnetically to where you need to be. So there you have it, my lovely Leos. I wish you a wonderful year. And I thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subbing. Bye for now.